Radio Rahim with the Hall of Famer, all-time icon on this microphone. A man I grew up watching and listening to, none other than Larry Merchant, has donned his presence tonight. We're always happy to see you at the fights, man. You're nothing less than a legend.
I'm happy to see me in an occasional fight myself.
So what brought you out for this one? Why was this one important enough to get out of bed?
Among other things, I was really curious about how it would play out. I could think of half a dozen scenarios and acknowledge that there might be a half a dozen I didn't think of.
Did one of the ones you hadn't thought of play out tonight?
Well, I think a lot of people, myself included, thought that Canelo might get to him late. But the air seemed to come out of Kovalev rather suddenly. He was in complete control or mostly in control, and suddenly he was pawing his punches, and he was being more concerned about defending himself than by hitting the other guy first. And I didn't know if that was enough for Canelo to take advantage of. I didn't see it coming, but suddenly late in the round, there was a very tired fighter in front of him, and to his credit, he saw it and he seized the moment.
You say Kovalev was in control up until that point. Do you think that Canelo was laying in wait for Kovalev to get tired? He's known to get tired. Could that have been part of the game plan?
Well, that would be a good script for someone to write. But when you're in the ring, I doubt that's the game plan. I think he found that Kovalev, who has real boxing skills, although he's known for his power, or was known, that he couldn't get in on him for 6 to 8 rounds, that he couldn't deliver more than one punch at a time, and that Kovalev was being smart and using his height advantage. He was fighting a legitimate big light heavyweight who might have weighed 190 coming into the ring tonight. And try as he would, he couldn't get in there. But he put a little bit more pressure on as the second half of the fight started, and then he hit one out of the park.
Does this knockout write the end of Kovalev as a light heavyweight champion, or do you think he can recover and reclaim one of these titles?
I think it's probably the end. He got a $12 million purse for fighting Canelo, which is why everybody else wants to fight Canelo. And he's got every reason to say, I had a good career, and now I got some money in the bank, and I'm going home to my family.
And if that is the case, then who, in your opinion, dominates the light heavyweight division going forward?
I don't know. There are several good, young, tough light heavyweights out there. I don't know who the best one is and so forth. I don't think that Canelo would be well advised to try to find out in the ring either. I think maybe his future or near future would be at 168. I think it's going to be hard for him to make 160 without weakening himself. But I do think that there are numbers of 160-pounders that would like to fight him, and if he says, well, you can fight me at 168 and I'll give you $12 million, boy, they'll be right there.
Yeah. You have any interest in a third Triple G Canelo fight?
I have no serious interest in it. I think we saw 24 rounds of what they have against each other, but I do think that if it were to happen again, and it's possible, it would have to be at a higher weight. And Golovkin is not getting any younger either.
Where do you place Canelo tonight? Is it arguable, even possible, that he's the greatest Mexican fighter yet?
I'll wait till his career is over to really dodge that question. Because there have been a lot of great Mexican fighters, all in their own styles, and he would surely be among them if the arc of his career is still going up.
It is an honor and a pleasure to talk to you, sir. Always, on and off camera, you're a gentleman and a very pleasant man. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
Radio Rahim with Larry Merchant.